Hello, this is Serene Rivers. That is my screen name. And I have been natural, for over 10 years now. At least 10 years now, I've been natural. But I've had my locks now for a little over 5 years. And the reason that I went natural, that I locked up after being natural for about 4 years or so, was because I knew that once I had a family, I could not spend so much time doing my hair. It would take me sometimes 2 days to style my hair the way that I wanted it styled when I had just free natural hair. And I guess a lot of it was about it being socially, I wanted it to be socially acceptable, and it would take me about 2 days to style it in a way that was socially acceptable and that I liked as well. So I decided I proactively locked my hair because I knew that I would not have that type of time once I had a family and children. And here I am, just a little less than 7 weeks after having my second child. And I'm realizing that I don't even have time to retwist my locks like I used to. I don't have the time to even style my locks. I just wish to use my time in other ways. I don't want to spend hours doing my hair. I just don't have that type of time. I'd rather do something else. Rather wash dishes, clean, clean, cook some food, some healthy foods, work on something creative. I don't want to spend so much time doing my hair. So, as of today, I am going to start freeforming. I'm going to freeform. So I don't know how this is going to work. I'm a little nervous about it. But from today is February 26th, and today is a day that I am not going to retwist my roots anymore. I will separate them a little bit. I'm not going to let them I'm not going to have three locks, they all kind of form into three locks. I won't do that. I'll pop them. So yeah, so I still have many locks and they still kind of hang, but I'm not going to twist them anymore. And I may let a few of them grow together. So that's really it. This is the start of a new journey. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure how it's going to work with my whole job situation, and I realized that part of why I feel uncomfortable about doing that is because I still have some internalized self-hate going on, that I need to get over. And when I went natural, that was like me moving towards more and more towards loving who I really am in my natural state. And the whole time that I've had locks, I have been very, very meticulous with retwisting. Every time I wash my hair, I have retwisted my roots. For the most part, yeah, I usually retwist my roots. You won't see me walking around, or you wouldn't before, with just, like how my hair is now, just kind of popping up, because I still working over this whole self-hate and not enjoying my nappy natural hair. But I talk about it so much about how you just need to enjoy the way God made you. So I guess this is a little bit, me doing the freeform thing where I'm just going to basically just pull them apart. I'm not going to retwist. Is me liberating myself more and more from other people's standards of beauty, from the self-hate. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I'm happy that it is 2016. I'm happy that even though we have idiots running for president on both sides, that I can still, here in the U.S., okay, I'm in the U.S., that I can still rock my natural hair and I can have a job. Like where I work now, I mean, even though it's not all about having a job, of course, my goal, my goal, like our family's goal, is to be self-employed, to own businesses, not just be self-employed, but to own businesses that work for us, that we can pass down to our children and create jobs for our community, and we are working towards that. So the income that I earn, that is the reason that I work, for that reason, to start businesses so I can contribute to my community in a greater way, and so I can really help us to have, what is it called, sovereignty, right? Like, not just this whole illusion of freedom. So I was watching some man talk about that. So as I go deeper into loving myself, accepting my natural kinky hair, I'm just thankful that we are living in a time where it is more acceptable, even, like I say, even though we have idiots running for president on both sides. As far as my opinion, you can agree with it or disagree. And I actually, like, I work in a hospital, and there are surgeons and doctors who have nappy hair, who have what we call nappy hair. You know, this kinky black hair, black folk hair, and they don't care. And they don't try to keep it all nicely conformed to everyone's standards of beauty either. So I think in some ways maybe they've liberated me. So I'm so thankful for them, because it just shows me that even in those positions, it comes down to your skills. And maybe that's the world that we're moving towards, where you are professional if you are professional. It's not about what you look like, because you can have the most polished look according to Western standards and still be crappy at your job. So the fact that there are doctors and, even surgeons, which is supposed to be like, like a very high position, that just wear their natural hair. And when I say they don't care, like, it looks like they just rolled up out of bed sometimes. And it's just like, it's free natural hair. They don't have locks like I do. But like, they just roll out of bed and they just let it be. And they don't have like what we consider good hair. They have very tightly curled hair, and they just roll up out of bed. Sometimes that's what it look like to me. Because I'm still in my little bit of internalized self-hate that I'm overcoming more and more and more and more, and becoming, more of who I really am, and expressing more of who I really am, and loving more of who God made me, because God didn't make any mistakes. And it's like an unfolding, peeling back the layers, the veils, but they don't care, and I'm just like, yes, and every time I see it, even though like it shocks me a little bit, it also, like, I celebrate a little bit inside, So now here I am today, February 26th, and we're going to start this freeform journey. And I'm going to let my hair do what it does. I'm going to embrace the kinks. I won't be retwisting my roots. I'm just going to let it. I may slick it down, y'all. I'm sorry. It's going to take a little more transitioning. I still want it to look a little polished. But this is another step, another part of the journey. Thank you for watching this video. If you've made it this far, just wanted to update you, and basically just, this is kind of kind of like a diary entry for myself, to let myself know when I decided to embark on this journey. Peace and love.